Morning, guys. How we doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Morning. Let's get this done. If you guys peeped, I'm also on the YouTube live. We set that up yesterday. Some of you, I came back and I saw some of you were having issues, so we're gonna get that straight away and fix all that. So we're waiting for this candle to close, and then we're entering a sell. I'm already in one from yesterday. I'm targeting these areas here, right? These are the areas that I'm targeting here. So we'll be entering on the next valid signal. And then we're going to take this early morning, all right? Early morning gone. I'm already 50 points in profit because I had gotten to this sell from the bot. If you guys want to see that. The bot got me in a little early. Cold as hell. I'm waiting for the next valid setup. You can see that we're sandwiched between that daily VWAP and that weekly VWAP, right? So we got ourselves a nice little high-low zone here. This is my trade idea where I would like to see it go, all right? It very well may not happen this way. We're going to see. this out. Let's look at a higher time frame. Yeah, so we got about 23 minutes left here, right? If we just kind of hide everything, if we're looking at really what the trend overall, right? Boom. Doesn't take much to understand that. Here you go here. You want to look at your gaps if that's what you want to look at. We also have another one over here from the wick. So, you know, we have a lot to target. Pretty simple. You know, keep dropping down the time frame. Right. Pretty simple stuff. I had this marked up from yesterday, this high and this low. You see it's kind of been dipping in between that. So we got that big push down, close up, but it closed as a negative candle. And we're seeing some ranging, right? Long wick from the top. Hasn't broken this last high here. So I'm looking for a sell back down here. Excuse me, I'm like freezing my ass off right now. For a good 100 points, you know what I'm saying? And this is the trade for the morning. Then if you choose to hold, if it continues, this is a 200, 300 point move. So, you know, we'll see what the algo gives us in terms of confirmation, and then we're gonna go from there. Yeah. All right, so this is Koifin, right? Gainers 24, losers 61. So I'm looking for some sell setups here, right? We got that impulse to the top, which means that reversal will be coming. All right, so at the moment, I'm not confident in that buy. I think that's going to be a short-term impulse. Let's look at our fundamentals. Get this shit set up. Dow Jones negative 200 points. So stocks fall as investors weigh rising yields, economic growth concerns. Yep. NASDAQ also down. I'm just setting up all the daily FX stuff. Let me Wall Street. So we see client sentiment 49% long, 51% short. All right, well that's the part of the strategy where we're like, okay, maybe we want to do like what's opposite of them, right? So we'll see. We're about to see right now what's really gonna happen. No, I don't like this buy signal simply because it's coming on a bearish candle, so it becomes invalid for me. It's giving us the buy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not completely sold on it. because they're still sandwiched within this zone. Even though this corrected, I would like to see it break above here before entering. You can see it just hit TP1. Just locked in to TP1. You guys want to see the EA got me into this trade. TP2 has been hit. For 50 points. Floating 1,000. TP2 hit for 50 points. We're currently floating 73 points. So that was a good move. Secure some profits here. And I'm done trading. That's how simple this is. So, give a breakdown of the strategy. Right, the EA is what got me into that trade. So, I was looking at the overall buys being the sell. as I'm sure many others were as well. But we saw here that the sentiment that everybody wanted to sell. All right, net short is 51%, and then we already know that we're negative 100 points here, and then also for Nasdaq we're negative for the morning. Well, we're actually positive at the current state at right now. So the morning move is always going to be, you can think of it as your stop out, the impulse, however you want to think about it, is the morning, that 6:30 open is going to be the exact opposite usually. So when you see that majority of traders want to go short, is when you're going to see the big buy into later will be the short that we've been looking for. Right, so we already hit for 50 points, 75 points. That's when I closed out. I just closed out there. Honestly, I'm good trading. Today it's Wednesday. I don't even trade Wednesdays. Yesterday was a pretty trendy day, so I'm not expecting today to be a lot of trends. So hopefully you guys locked in some profits. So now what we're going to be looking for is either continuation, right? Whether it hit TP3 and then we get into another situation here, right? We already conquered that, right? So we came in from this buy, this candle, broke above, and then if we're going to retest and continue, great. If not, this is the trend line that I drew earlier, right? And that's the trend line that I drew earlier, and it obviously broke that trend line. So what we have here is a high situation. So low, high, we wanted to create a higher low somewhere in this zone and then continue back up if it's going to continue in its uptrend. If not, it will have to sweep this low down here, and then after it breaks here is where I will look for a short 50-point stop loss into this right here. And if you have the sigma, then it will be done. So yeah, that's how you get into here. So I think this will be a later on trade, quite possibly. As you can see, it looks like it's having a little trouble pushing further up, but I might be wrong because you can see right here it's about to push up to TP3. So which site you're using for sentiment, I will send it here. It's called dailyfx.com/Dow Jones. So if you go to dailyfx and you just click on Wall Street, you can see that gold is bullish, right? So what do we know about the correlation of gold and indices? You know what I'm saying? When gold is bullish, indices usually drop. And then when gold is bearish, indices usually rise. So there's that one. So it's called dailyfx.com/Dow Jones. Market movers. Right now, since the opening, the gainers have been 54 for Nasdaq. Losers are 48. So currently, we're in a obviously we're in a uptrend, and we're about to hit TP3 for 100 points. You guys know, 100 points. I'm out. I took my profits early. I definitely took my profits early from that trade, but yeah, there's that. And ooh, 95, 98, 100 point TP3. I'm done for the morning. Now, congratulations. Thanks for jumping on the call. That's how easy this shit is. Every morning, 100 points. Strategy done. Sigma. So there's that. I'm gonna keep this up for you guys to see. I think this is the next setup, impulse correction, right? You have your zone here, so unless it corrects itself and gives another bullish confirmation for the rest of the morning, that's one thing. But if it's going to come down and actually do what we know it to do after the impulse, and then it comes back into the opposite, right? Wherever it goes, right? If it opens up to the downside and it comes down 75 to 100 points, usually come like, by the time 10 o'clock hits the second phase of New York session, it goes in the opposite direction. Just like, this was 6:30, boom, 7 o'clock kept going, and then it corrected itself. And then it kept going yesterday, so it went into a continuation situation. Anytime before that, right? This is a good example, right? 6:30 dropped, but then went back up and continued into the drop. So it's like that's what I'm really looking for, right? We'll see 6:30, boom, kept going, perfect, right? It was one of those continuation days, and this one was example right there, boom, dropped 6:30 and then came back up. So it was one of those I'm following what I know it to do usually. Like for example, the 6:30 impulse up, correction down, right? So that's essentially what I'm looking for the next move here, of where I think this is possibly going to go. Possibly. There's something to look out for if you're going to be watching the charts for the rest of the morning. Update. I'm on live right now. Otherwise, I'd show you the conversation with the dev yesterday. They texted me. What's it called? So yesterday with the guys for the website, I saw some of you guys are having issues. I'll resolve that. There was some delays on a line there, request to make it working on a patch. We can shift release for launch in the morning. Blah, blah, blah. Then he texted me this morning. It was like, we'll share shortly. We are launching today in the final stages. So, yeah, we're launching today. I'm here at the desk, and whoever needs manual access, I'll give you guys manual access as of right now. And I'll continue live. We're here live still. So if you need access to the indicators, let me know. And I'm going to give you guys the Sigma straight up until the EA. You'll have access to the EA by today. I know I keep saying it, but it's what they're telling me. So I know my man loading heat. Yeah, guys, I keep seeing. I'm trying to figure out a way. I'm trying to figure out a way how to clean up the Discord. All right. For example, you guys know, unless it's here on live or it's at everyone, I'm not talking to you. All right. I'm not hitting you up for money. I don't need your money. That's just how that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to hit you up from some cryptocurrency payment. I'm not going to hit you up in concern of your someone finish my sentence. Your membership, like I'm not hounding you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not on you. I would never message you first to start up conversation as much as I love you guys. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. You know what I mean? The only time you'll see me talking to you directly is if you message me directly first. Other than that, I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So please don't get scammed. Don't be that person, okay? To get scammed over some dumb shit. I don't ask you for money. I don't do that, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? So at all. So hopefully you guys made that chicken. All right. Please don't do that. I saw someone talk about that earlier. And like I don't do.
Have you had any losses at all yet when it comes to these Zooms, or would you say it was more we was like manually trained?
What do you mean?
Like as far as like ever since you came out with the Sigma.
You don't see me take many losses on my Zooms, regardless. But no,
No, I'm saying like I haven't really tuned in to like every single like last Zoom ever since you came out with. That's what I was asking
no.
because if you haven't lost like that's a big major improvement versus like how everything was like before. So like that's
Why you say things like we were taking losses before, bro?
I mean I was just being honest.
I mean, I understand, but literally, if you check back the Zooms, I don't remember taking as many losses as you were assuming that we did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe with the systems when you were using it, but when we took live Zooms, we didn't take L's like that. But I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So, 100 points, easy. All right. This doesn't have to be a long Zoom. Is there any other questions before I end this live and we get on to the website side of things? Do you guys understand this strategy? A lot of you guys are at work. Fuck. It's very straightforward, right? Very, very straightforward. The colors are green, I take buy. The colors are purple, I take sell. I'm forecasting a possible idea, but as you can see, as of right now, we got the impulse correction directly into that zone that I literally marked up before, and then we might be getting another bullish signal, possibly, if it breaks another range. So, if you have my settings, which you should because I dropped it into the Discord, then you will see what I see. All right. To the point. It's very simple. Yes. Very, very simple. This is where I want to get you guys. I want to get you guys taking these trades on your own. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All right. There we go on that. So, thank you for jumping on the live. We'll be doing another live very shortly. Again,
I got a question real quick.
What's up?
When did you drop the settings for the Sigma?
Last week.
Alright. So are they different settings from the indices video on YouTube?
Not really, no.
Alright. That's all I have. Alright,
Yeah. I can send it again. I have Dalian Sigma algo settings on the 5 minute. I'll send it again to the chat so you guys can have it.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was gonna sign up for the bundle again today because my prescription expired. I was waiting for that website.
Yep. So after this live today, and he hits me saying we good, I'll send another Zoom link, and we'll go over the migration process and everything. Um, but yeah, for those that are watching it on YouTube live, or when you're done with this one, just go over to the YouTube and tell me how you think it looks. If I need to make any adjustments. But again, if you're part of the premium, you'll be getting the Zoom. If you're just a free member, then you will have to watch the lives on YouTube. All right, that's going to be the new setup. But thank you for jumping on, right? I really want you guys to understand that this does not have to be difficult, all right? Yeah, so this does not have to be difficult, okay? You just have to give yourself the confirmation. Look at your fundamentals, all right? dailyfx.com/Dow Jones, right? Wall Street, it's mixed, right? So you see here S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq outlook, upward bias still intact, right? Today is July 7th, 5:30 a.m. This is Eastern, right? And then S&P forecast rally, selling to persist, rising U.S. rates of concern, and this was 3 hours before. So when it says 49% long, 51% short, and I go here, we want to do the opposite of what the retail traders are doing, right? Boom, we got the buy signal. This is going to do all the work for you. Remember that. So why would you argue with it? Then you want to give yourself the confirmations. Here's the chop filter. Here's the MACD that I have, right? You guys have the capo as well. Any oscillator will work, all right? Whatever oscillator you like using. Momentum's up to the upside. We're above how many confluences do you particularly need? We're above the weekly VWAP. We're above the daily VWAP. And the only thing that came, as a was the fact that we were right below that weekly close. But you can see we obviously pushed way past that. Okay, we're above yesterday's daily close. This is where the daily close of yesterday was. So we're in bullish territory at the moment. Okay. And this is where we're currently at. So, yeah, man. So the strategy is not difficult. It's very, very simple. You know what I mean? And then you can see for US 30, I don't know why the niggas called out sells, but sure. Right? Yeah. You don't have a signal right now because it's not in its range, and I have different settings on this. US 30 has different